Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do Geoff Castellucci's versions of Jack's Lamet from the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I have always wanted to see Geoff as Jack, and I think this song is going to be perfect for him. So, let's find out! Alrighty, he's killing it with the costuming of Jack.
There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. With the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charms, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With a wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off their feet. Yet year after year, it's the same routine, and I grow so weary of the sound of screams. And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing. Oh, somewhere deep inside of these bones, an emptiness began to grow. There's something out there far from my home, a longing that I've never known. I'm the master of fright and a demon of light, and I'll scare you right out of your pants. To a guy in Kentucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky, and I'm known throughout England and France. Bonjour. And since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotations. No animal nor man can scream like I can with the fury of my recitations. But who here would ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire of his crown? If they only understood, he'd give it all up if he only could. Oh, there's an empty place in my bones that calls out for something unknown. The fame and praise come year after year, does nothing for these empty
So that was Geoff Castellucci's version of Jack's Lamet from Nightmare Before Christmas. And, oh, there's so much to unpack here. First off, just like with the rest of voice play, his costume is amazing. He had his skin, including his hands, painted the skeleton, skeleton style, so he actually did look like a skeleton. And his background here is very cemetery, which is where it takes place in the movie. Just a few, jack-o'-lanterns, what looks like a dark angel. And I just love the set. You can tell that he definitely took inspiration from the actual scene in the movie. And looking at it, it definitely transports you back to that. Also, I actually like that Geoff didn't move around as much as you may see in other videos. He kind of just played the piano, which he is a great piano player, or whoever recorded that part. Great job. And I just like how he plays it and then kind of walks around the piano, but stays within that space. For his singing, I have completely forgotten how low he can actually go. So that was amazing. His tone is slightly different than what it was in the movie. Um, the movie Jack kind of was a little bit more sad. A little bit more like, why can't I get out of here? Geoff, I can see he was trying to go that direction, and his interpretation is a little bit more like, how much longer do I have to keep doing this? And then I also have Jekyll and Hyde. If you notice throughout parts of the songs, especially at the beginning, he uses a kind of more childish like tone and then goes into his deep. So I like that because Jack is the Pumpkin King, and even in the movie, he kind of switches voices around, like the Shakespearean quotations. Um, but yeah, Jeff's version is a little bit more annoyed at what's going on than just completely, I'm done with this. Which both can be interpreted as, he's growing tired of this. Um, and I like the little addition of Zero, who does pop in every now and then in that scene. But overall, it is a great Halloween video. I believe Geoff did a tremendous job at conveying Jack as being like he's doing it because he has to. Both versions, some can argue it is his duty as the Pumpkin King and he doesn't really enjoy it. What I got with Jeff's version is I feel a little bit more like he does enjoy it still, but it's just growing old compared to in the movie when that part was sung, like the show Shakespearean quotations, a guy in Kentucky, and Mr. Unlucky. I felt Jack was more just like it was a facade. So that was actually really interesting the way Geoff did that. And then finally at the end, in the movie, he can really sing. Well, not really sing. He sings it more fully, like does nothing for these empty tears. And you can hear tears being sung. Um, in this version, I feel like Geoff did not completely finish singing tears because he was like, these empty tears, which I think is actually quite an interesting detail because, as I said, this version is not as sad as the movie one. So it's just like these empty tears. Like he is tired of feeling these tears, either metaphorically or physically, crying. And I just feel it is extremely interesting that he didn't seem to finish that phrase off. Um, but both versions are very well done. I love how there's a shadow that's cast. If you look at the piano, there's a shadow cast under it. And you don't really see shadows anywhere else, except for when he's walking or teleporting that few times in the video. So I think think that's interesting how the moon's there, but you really only, at least in my eyes, you really only see the shadow coming from him and from the piano. So that's the magic of Halloween Town. I think that's what it's called. Um, but yeah, just the choice of lighting was very interesting indeed. And overall, I am very happy at this version. And I cannot wait to see our next video where Geoff sounds like he's playing Claude Frollo. Archdeacon is what he is in the movie, or no, in the book he is, I believe, Archdeacon. In the film, he is Judge, and I believe in the play versions, both foreign and English versions, he is back to the Archdeacon. So can't wait to see.